What up, what up, what up? It is Jen Low Assassin in the building. Yes, yes, yes. Once again, I have some great new updates for you. Yes, I have been busy as usual. Yes, indeed. So, let me start off by saying God is absolutely awesome. Remember I told you on the last, video that I had got a new vehicle. I wasn't gonna say what I had got, cause it won't, Hey, I was blessed to have a vehicle for the past month or so that I could get where I gotta go. Well, let me tell y'all, that joker broke down on me on 85 with a truck behind me. Let me tell you, I like, Jesus on the main line. No, so I took the good old Marty yesterday to the train station instead of just driving to the train station and taking it on up the Alpharetta. But God blessed me today right on time. Most people take their tax money and they put it towards a car that they gotta make payments on, and then you see it getting repoed. I literally just saw a car getting repoed, and I'm pretty sure they probably took their little tax money, put a big down payment on the car, and forgot. You know what? I gotta continue to make payments on this car after that down payment. Car, goodbye. No, no. I said when I told them to take the other car, because it was a lemon, I said I'm not doing no more car payments. The next car I get's gonna have a title. Have titles to both cars. Doesn't matter what the age is. You have to get what you can afford and pay for. I have learned my lesson with car payments. Get what you can afford right now, where you don't have to be in danger of it getting repoed. The only way you want them to take your car is like my situation. It was a freaking lemon, and it had been broken into, and somebody hit it while I was parked. That car was bad doo 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 doo. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. That's tip for folks that's out there spending their tax money on shoes and stuff that ain't gonna help them do nothing. The shoes is for walking. You need to be rolling in something that is secure and paid for. I'm just saying. Lesson learned. So, to these good old updates, yeah. So tonight I went to the Men and Women in Radio show, which was held by D Hill, hosted by Larry Love. Different people in the radio industry. I have my show now, sponsored by She Praise. It's called Real Talk with Second Chance. Based off like from my accident, and I bring other people onto the show who tell their stories of how they've overcome their things. I've had Miss Marcella Phillips on, who talked about, domestic violence, things she went through. She had been homeless at one point, and she got through all that stuff, and she now has a great nonprofit organization called IT. They're helping out the community. I also had Kentrell Lawson on, who is working with the girls in Kinston, North Carolina, GG4L. To make sure you check out his page on Facebook. I've also had on Nikki Nicole McClain. Her testimony was everything. I could really identify with that. She talked about how if anybody's in Atlanta or you've seen the news, you remember that plane, that small little personal plane that crashed on 285? God was protecting her. She said she got fired on her day off. If she had been going to work that day, she would have been in that HOV lane where that plane crashed. And she would not have been here to share her beautiful testimony. I'm so glad you are here. My heart goes out to you. You're a beautiful spirit, beautiful person. Love you. All right, and I had Miss Tamika Prouty and Carlitha Harris on the last show. Tamika Prouty is, of course, CEO of House of Stone by Coco. Carlitha is her brand ambassador. We even had Carlitha's manager get on the line. We had a whole lot of listeners, and he jumped in there when I asked for questions and, gave his perspective and, few things, throughout the MJR Enterprises, yes. So you make sure you look for House of Stone by Coco on, Facebook. Just look up House of Coco, House of Stone by Coco. Carlitha Harris, MJR, Mike Robb, awesome show. And I will have Tanya Wilson on the next show. Um, just talking about addictions and recovery. And she is doing absolutely awesome, and I commend her so much. I really do. We have some other guests coming up for the month of May that have some really strong testimonies. We have one testimony that's coming up. Car accident. Told they weren't gonna walk again as well, just like I was. But to God be the glory. The recovery. That's the whole reason why I have this show, because God didn't just stop at me. He was doing it before me. He was doing it the same day as me when other people had their things they were going through, and he will continue to work miracles. Okay? Okay. She Prays Magazine, make sure you check that out. Mine is Second Chance 21013 in the URL. Make sure you definitely like those pages, share. We're doing nothing but sharing the word of God and his testimonies and what he's doing. So this past Sunday, I had a casting call for Road to Fashion. That show is held by Miss Teresa Irvin. Mike Roberts also was over that casting along with NRC. Miss Tamika, I believe. Um, I just got in from the Men and Women Radio. Don't. Okay. All links will be in the description. Just know that. But yes, NRC. Matter of fact, one second, but they were there part of the casting as well. So it was really good. Shout out to Miss K Renee for being there, and Carlitha also as well was there. Okay, I'm just okay. Tasha Allen Crump. Yes, Tasha. She was there. Beautiful person, okay? So make sure you look up NRC as well. And again, MJR Enterprises. So they are looking for vendors, of course. They're going to have only 12 slots, I believe, per city. The first show will be in Atlanta on May the 21st, Philly in August the 20th, and DMV on December 10th. The 12 spots available, $80 per vendor. You'll have access to over 200 guests plus. When I tell you this show is going to be everything, and Miss Tamika Prouty, she made about a couple of pieces for them last year, but she will actually be speaking this year, okay? Get it, Miss Tamika? How about it? Alright, so for the show here in Atlanta, it'll be at the East Cobb Center from 5 to 9. So make sure you go ahead and get your tickets. If you can go to 3D Design / tickets, go ahead and get that, because it's going to be a sold out show. I'm trying to tell you. Speaking of sold out shows, so the movie I was in a couple of months ago as an extra with Brendan Holland. So that movie premiere will be on the 21st, May 21st. That is actually, I'm sorry, May the 23rd on a Monday from 7 to 10. All VIP tickets are sold out, but you can get a regular ticket, okay? I think they're like maybe $11 or $12. But make sure you look up XXIO Day on Facebook and Instagram, and you'll see the event page. It's a XXIO Day premiere. Go ahead and get those tickets. It's going to be a phenomenal movie. I'm so glad to see it. I've always said since I was like yay high, I will be on your TV screen. I actually did a documentary, was in a documentary on Saturday, helped out with the Lakewood cleanup. That was awesome. I got to see a different part of Atlanta. And I got to say, it was good to see our people come together and do something so great. Um, you know, uh, the guy over at Mr. Charles, I believe, he is buying the houses in the neighborhoods and fixing them up so people can live in them. It's so many empty houses around Atlanta. If you fixed up all the houses, like, I don't think anybody would be homeless. You just have houses sitting around with nobody living in them. I wish there was a way, and I pray when I do get myself together that I could do the same thing, because I feel like there's so many empty houses around, in the United States, period, that it's enough houses for nobody to be homeless. I really feel that way. Or even in Atlanta, the people that's downtown in these shelters and at the park sleeping, I really feel like if the state really cared or our government really cared, then they wouldn't just let those houses sit there and go to waste like that. You know, but that's my goal, my dream when I get myself together to put upon myself to do as much as I possibly can. And right now, what's helping with the cleanup, I'm so glad that I got to help out with that Lakewood project. Um, so next thing is Talk Show Divas. We are working on getting that back on. I know I haven't talked about it in a while. You haven't seen me post about it, but that's because we're looking for a bigger location. Okay, so still, look out for that. I believe the old shows are still on UStream. You just look up Talk Show Divas. I believe they are still there. So um, next would be I went to Community last night. That was a really good event. It was on relationships and giving second chances. Should we give second chances? I just took a few notes here. Um, it was at the Sweet Lounge. The topic was second chances. They had Chef Willie Wallace from VH1 Atlanta Exes. They had Shay Johnson. Ooh, I'm going to tell you about that. They had Bravo's Robin Dyke, which was on Mother Thunders. We TV's Andre Carter, which is Tawanda's husband. And they had entertainer Bossman Q and certified matchmaker D. Clark. I have to tell you, you have to follow me before the videos leave. They are on my Instagram. Not Instagram, but my Snapchat. I just took some snaps and things like that. And there, a lot of them are still there. They're only there for 24 hours, y'all. So go ahead and Jinlo Assassin on Snapchat. I'm Jinlo Assassin on Snapchat, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, wherever you want to be. It's Jinlo Assassin. Just Google me. So, so about last night, second chances. It was ironic it was on second chances, but yeah. Um, I could say some folks got in their feelings real quick. I think some folks was in their feelings before it even started. Andre was really good, very thorough. He his PR manager had to get him with that filter though, cause he was about to tell us something. I was waiting on it, but I didn't never see nobody just appear out of thin air. That PR manager was up to that stage so quick, like, no, 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 because he was like, this is what you didn't see on Braxton Family Values, and all you seen was a white shirt standing right there with the arm reached out, like, So, but he just got really real, and he talked about, as a kid, about his babysitter and some things happened, and he just talked about being a father, in the children's lives, and about how some women will criticize other women about their marriages. He was criticized about quitting so he could take care of his family. But then that person that was criticizing him got their own marital problems. And we see that in reality TV, right? We see the whole thing with Cynthia and her husband. You've been talking about this lady's husband the whole time, but you got your own stuff. And then the same thing with that, though. You had your own stuff, too. Now your husband gone. You've been talking about somebody. So, it's just a trickle effect. Just, I guess, mind your business. Mind your business, I guess. That's what I'm trying to say. But it was really good, and it just talked about relationships, and it was so ironic that they were talking about that because of the people around me that's going through some relationship things. And I totally agree with, if you have to really tell that man how to make you happy and what not to do to make you sad, that's not a man. He should know that certain things not to say to you that are just plain not right, not right. Or do certain things that he knows is going to hurt your feelings right in front of your face. That's not a good relationship. And one of the ladies was talking about, we don't utilize our discernment like we should. You and our intuition. We know when a man is doing something crazy. When he not the right one. She said, if you have to say, I love him, but I like him, but what's the but? But you know he crazy. But you know he a dog. But you know he a cheater. But you know he a liar. But you know he ain't right for you. And I've been through some stuff in relationships, but I'm free. A couple of different people said, when you come out of a relationship, don't hop into something else. Not even dating, because it makes your vibe comes off as needy, and then when the stuff don't work out right, your feelings are hurt all over again. So people talk about me. I've stayed to myself for over for a long time. It's been like what, over 2 years. I stayed to myself. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, like, no dating or anything. You just have to get to yourself, and you have to talk with God. Like, what can I do to improve myself? What can I do to work on me? And then one of the ladies, I think Shay Johnson's PR manager said, she just wrote a list of she looked back at all her relationships and wrote the good and the bad. And she said, okay, so this is the list of the bad, this is what I don't want. This is a list of the good, this is what I need. So certain things, she said, she looked at the list and she identified as bad, or things that really hurt her and broke her heart. No. And this, I could say the same thing. Certain things that I know that has really broken my heart, broke me down. As soon as I see that red flag go up, I'm going like the wind. So it was just a lot. We had a lady that was married in 25 years, 42 years, and some people, you really have to get out of the statuses sometimes. You've had celebrities that have definitely financially married beneath them. I think it was either Tia or Tamara, who her now husband, when they met, was in a studio apartment with no bed or nothing like that. But something about him made her believe in him, and he got himself together. Now that's not always the case. And and she was young. That's the thing about it. She was in her early 20s. When you start getting in your 30s, you really don't have that type of time anymore to play fixer upper. You can play fixer upper on yourself, so that you don't have to be that person getting fixed up when you do get in a relationship. But you don't want to be fixing up somebody else. They need to be. That's why you need time to yourself to work on yourself. That person needs time to work on themselves, and then God will join you together when it's time. I can say this though, Miss Shay Johnson is still hung up over that Scrappy though. But she said, and I already knew it. That's the thing. It's like so, and that's why you, once you yoke with a person like that, like it's hard to break that yoke. You really got to distance yourself from them. That's one of the reasons why I moved, because it's hard. You get emotionally evolved, and they keep coming back. You keep letting them come back. She was like, she changed the number. He still found a way to call. Different things like that from another phone or things like that. So you really have to get that distance. Go somewhere. Me, it just so happened I had a car accident, and I spent 2 months in rehab away from about almost 2 hours away from where I, was living. But I took that 2 months, and I really had a lot of time to spend with God and learn myself what I wanted, what I needed to do to progress. Okay? So I definitely recommend that men and women, once you've been through something, a relationship or something, that you never know, you think you're free until you realize that you get, you once you're out of that relationship, what freedom really feels like. No, you're not in bondage like handcuffs or something, but your heart is in bondage. Your mind, your soul, your spirit is in bondage by that person. They just talked about narcissism and different things. It's so many different levels to it, and that's something you just gotta pray to God about. And not be in such a rush to get in a relationship. People keep trying. I'm not in a rush to get in anything. I'm not. I'm good. You see how much I be on the go? I got something tomorrow night, Saturday night, Sunday night. Monday night, keep right on going. Okay. So I'm perfectly fine. I really am. I know I said that before in the previous video. Y'all can stop. I'm really good. If I want to find somebody, I will. Just saying, cause I know y'all. I'm I'm fine. But yeah, y'all gotta. I think it was gonna be that ministry is gonna be televised because there was cameras there. So, shout out to my cousin though. Oh well, cousin, client, all that, friend, everything. Loving that wig. JA's Wig Stations. Make sure you go to the page on Facebook. She got that Nicki Minaj bob, and she is wearing it out. Thank you, cuz. my new client, too. You know what I'm saying? You're going to get that right together. So, speaking of my radio show, which is online right now, but we are definitely, as it's picking up very quickly, might I add, into other things, okay? We will be doing paid ad spots. Okay, I've talked to a couple of different people who want to do paid advertisements. That's something that would go through me and Teresa Gilmore, who is over She Prays Magazine, as it is sponsored by her. She Prays Magazine, okay? So inbox me or She Prays Magazine, we will get you right together. So, but that's everything. I know I said a lot, so all links will be in the description. Okay, make sure you follow me on Facebook, Genlo Assassin, Instagram, all that, Snapchat. A lot of stuff I'm Snapchatting, instead of putting on the Facebook page. So, because there's a lot of people that's on my Snapchat that's not on Facebook, and I can take the stuff from Snapchat and put it on Facebook. I just wish it was more than 10 seconds. It is called Snapchat. It's Snap, it's not video chat. But yeah, so just be on the lookout. It's a lot of great things coming. A lot of great things have happened. I can't wait to hear my guests. Second chance again. That's Second Chance 21013. If you look it up on Facebook, if you just put that in the URL or out the Facebook, or just put it in the search bar on Facebook. But y'all, God is amazing, and my deepest prayer for everyone is that whatever you desire that you get. My best friend said this is the year of fruition. So I just, in manifestation, so I just pray that you continue to push forward. Let nothing and no one stop you. Whatever you got in your heart is because God put it there. Okay? But yeah, we're going to get into some stuff. And I kind of left this for last time. I don't want to cry. I already cried today. So y'all know Michael Jackson, I called him my husband. Prince was my boo. So, when Michael Jackson died, I was at work. I remember it very well. And it came on the TV. Y'all, I cried for a while. Not like a few days or weeks. For a while. I listened to nothing but Michael Jackson for a couple of months. Then today, Prince. That hit me like, wow, because he was supposed to be here in Atlanta performing, but because of the flu, he he didn't perform, from my understanding. And I couldn't go. I had something already uh previously scheduled. But I was saying then, I said, Lord, I hope I get to see Prince before he go. I said I didn't get to see Michael. I hope I get to see Prince. Gone at 57. Him and Michael were born a few months apart. Prince was born in June. Michael was born in August. And the thing was, Michael looked up to Prince. That whole "This Is It" tour, Michael really wanted to, I don't know, he just wanted it to be great for Prince. Like that was his wish. Like he wanted to outdo Prince, not in a bad way, but he just wanted to please Prince, I guess, or whatever. That's his, who he looked up to, or however. So Prince is gone. It's so surreal, like that. It's so crazy that he's gone at 57. It just looked like he was just a very healthy person that he's gone. And they started playing Cherry Moon. I said under Cherry Moon. I was like I lost it right then and there. Like I was so embarrassed. I was in front of somebody I just met, and it was just so but I had to just. So I'm gonna start talking about it because I'm finna get emotional all over again. If you know me, then you know I love me some Prince and some Michael Jackson, and both of them are gone. They're both gone, and people are tagging me and stuff, and I'm like, oh, okay. So yeah, he's gone. I wish his family and friends and all the rest of his fans, I know some of them probably worse than me. They they probably one person. Lord, she done tagged me in the post with the lady. The wig done fell off and everything. I said ain't quite that bad, man. Still intact. But I know it definitely hurt a lot of people. We have lost. There will be no one else like Prince ever. He was eccentric. His style. He had something that this culture now, this industry now, they have no appreciation for. They don't even understand who we just lost. They don't even understand the magnitude of talent that we just lost. Like, but I I encourage, if there's someone out there that has Prince drive, I should say, it would never be another one like him, but it would be someone who maybe has some type of eccentric way about them. I know that era of the, like, the androgynous or whatever is kind of over and everything like that, but there's nothing new under the sun. Stuff does come back around. I don't know how this generation will handle that, but if you out there and you want to be a little like Prince, you can come on out. But I'm about to end this video. It went a lot longer than what I really wanted it to go. But I love you guys, and I thank you for your support. Teresa Irvin, Tamika Prouty, Teresa Gilmore, Carlitha, Kay Renee, Giselle, Nikki. It's so many people. I can't even name everyone, but I just thank you. And we will rise together. That's the whole thing. It's enough out here for everyone to be successful. You just gotta fight for it. So this is Jen Low Assassin checking out, and I love you. I love you. I love you. I do need you. Love y'all.